So I'm going to pull some cards. This is a general collective tarot reading and channeled messages. So please only take what resonates and leave what does not. Let's see if I can't make that a little bit more. Okay, so. Is that a bit better for you? Yeah. Okay, so. I hope wherever you are having a beautiful day. Regardless of if it is day, night, wherever you are across this mighty globe, this beautiful earthly home that we share. So the channeled message that we're starting with, or the title you may have noticed, is called Dividing the Masses and Final Offerings. So I feel like there's two different groups that I'm reading for today. There's two different people, two different energies, there's two different groups, there's two different lines of order I just heard. So there's definitely the energy for some people. This is going to be like a business reading, very much like business orientated, finances, your career, your jobs, business. And then there's another way that if you listen to the words, it's also kind of ceremonial. Yeah. So for some of you, it's going to be about ceremony. And when we hear masses, obviously there's so many things happening in the world at the moment. Really, really intense, major things are taking place. And this energy of truth's surfacing. And as that's happening, there is lots of divisive things that are designed to divide the masses, like the collective, right? The whole collective. And then there's also masses, like when I wrote masses, when I first wrote it and it just said mass, I thought of a church. So for some of you, this is about a church. And I've just been getting so many channeled messages that I felt like it was time for me to pull a few cards with you. Okay, let's gently open up this space. And just drawing all of your energy and your focus in here. Beautiful. Okay, and I just want to remind you that this is a protected space and that we're just rejecting all projections, okay? Rejecting all projections, clearing the path, clearing the path, clearing the path. Thank you for your patience if you have been waiting for me to pull some cards. Oh yeah, so the second part was final offerings. So offerings for me, when I think about offerings, it's very much like that does bring a ceremonial aspect. Clearing the throat chakra. I'm actually a little bit I actually thought I was going to have a nap. I thought I was going to curl up on the couch and have a nap, have a little night, have a little rest. And then I just got a very clear, direct intuition and message from the divine to pull some cards. And then this message came through. So let's just dive right in. How about that? Yeah. Interesting. I'm going to be working with the mushroom cards today. that have some people would find this artwork a little bit like dark, a little bit gothic, I guess. A little bit spooky, you know, as we come to the closing of Scorpio season. And if I'm not mistaken, there is a Scorpio moon on the way. Scorpio moon, Scorpio moon. Can't you feel it's gonna be here soon? Scorpio, Scorpio moon. Ah. So yeah, I feel like this definitely matches Scorpio energy. I know a thing or two about that. Oh, no way. First card to jump out is the card of Scorpio. Well, at least I know I'm in the right job, right? Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. Death and rebirth. And this particular one is called Destroying Angel. For those of you who have the ability to see the screen, I'm holding up the card now. And so there is a ladybug. I don't know if you can see that there. There's a ladybug. And there's also what looks to be a tiny turtle. And judging on the size of that turtle in proportion to the mushrooms, I feel like they call that a penny turtle, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. We then have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is called the Inkstain Belletti. So that sounds like Italian maybe. You might be Italian, you might be connected to someone Italian. You may have came from an Italian church, an Orthodox church. It's so weird. It's like it's split down the middle. It's almost like, I don't know, like definitely some Gemini energy. You also might be Gemini or be connected to Gemini. You might have it in your placements, but it's like half of you are going to perceive and receive these messages as business messages. The other half of you, this is specifically about church, ceremony, or some kind of group, some kind of like prayer group, or some kind of like religious or spiritual organization is how it's coming through. Please give us clear and divine guidance be most beneficial for everyone involved. This is Codes of Harmony. If you're just joining us, thank you for being here and thank you for being you. Let's see what the cards have to say. The cards never lie. That's so interesting. The Inkstain Belletti mushroom, it seems to have blue inside. Blue might be significant, blue and white. We see blue, white, and yellow. And then there's some little flowers around the edge that have a purple color. I just heard lilac. So lilac might mean something to you. That makes me think of lilos as well. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Why is the Death card here? And I was totally talking about Scorpio when that came out. Oh, wow, the Emperor. So the Emperor is Aries energy. You may be an Aries, you may be connected to Aries. And something about like fire energy, Mars, like, which is interesting because there's so much Mars energy going on in the collective. There are so many different groups arguing. There are so many like heated debates going on. That could be happening for you, particularly in this group. Dividing the masses and final offerings. Offerings could also be offerings of money, offerings of payment, offerings of foreclosure, offerings to buy or sell a property, buy or sell a car, buy or sell a sort of plane. Okay, I don't know who's watching me, but if you've got a plane to sell, then welcome on in. Offerings, and then I think of offerings, like for me, an offering, the first association that I have is like an offering to a god. Yeah, an offering to a deity, offering to ancestors. There's a group, there's some kind of group, and I'm seeing like if the group was an egg, then there would, or if the group was an egg, or if the group was a mountain, I'm seeing it split down the middle. So there's some kind of fracturing going on, some kind of fracturing, some kind of splitting, some kind of divide happening. I definitely hope that this is not talking about an earthquake, knock on wood, or the splitting. I just heard the splitting of the seas, the splitting of the sands. And there's been a message coming through over and over again about the sands of time. Maybe time, maybe you're dividing your time, you're splitting your time up between different things. Just watching the afternoon sunlight come on through. Thank you so much for clicking like, sharing, and subscribing, as it helps bounce out these messages to get to more members of the collective so that we can keep doing this important work. Page of Wands, the pink burn cup. Okay, for those of you that have the ability to see the screen, I'm holding the card up now in case it has some activation for you. So Wands is fire signs. Leo, Sag, Aries. There's orange, there's yellow. Is that a sunflower? Oh my god. Are they sunflowers? They look like sunflowers, but then they're combined with something else that might mean something for some of you. Let me just sense in, let me just feel into what's going on, because there's actually a lot of energy coming through. Like, there's multiple energies coming through with this message. Maybe I'll get some more, just let some more sunshine through. Yeah, so you're part of some group, or you know somebody who is part of some group that is currently dividing. And that, of course, makes me think about divide and conquer. Dividing. There's so much going on in the collective that has the potential to divide, and we all need to be making choices about what, who, and where, I want to say, is encouraging division, whether that be division between you and your family members, you and your workplace. Like I said, for lots of you, this is just about the bag, just about the money. And so if you think about final offerings when it comes to that, that makes me think about a negotiation, some kind of deal that is taking place. And I just saw like the entranceway to a big marble building. It's very like Romanesque. It's very like gladiator-esque. And maybe it's like a bank, maybe it's like a law firm, maybe it's like there's some kind of business deal going on. And then, of course, if you're one of the people, and I feel like this will be a smaller group of you, that it's not just business and not just money, or it's not just spirituality in a church group or a spiritual group or some kind of collective, some kind of group that you're part of or you have been part of, there's going to be some of you that it's actually both of those things combined. I'm not sure exactly what that means or how that will be coming out. Right? Okay, let's see what comes out now. Please give me clear and divine guidance be most beneficial for everyone involved. This is Codes of Harmony. Thank you for clicking like. Thank you for subscribing and sharing. And of course, hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video from me. If you feel drawn to, of course, as we are all sovereign. Sovereign souls, sovereign beings. Making choices every day, every night, every cycle of the seasons, every year. Okay, now I'm seeing a big top. There's like a circus suddenly coming in. Why is there a circus energy going on? Maybe your group meets in some kind of circus, like some kind of, I don't know, I almost went to say playground. That's a bit strange. Or like, or maybe you're like doing this work on a specific location where you're under some kind of big tent or some kind of big marquee. That's the one I'm thinking of. Okay, give us clear and divine guidance. So far we have the Death card, which is Scorpio. You have the Five of Cups, which this mushroom card specifically, and I feel like this is important, is the Inkstain Belletti. And then when I say that, I see Orthodox Church, I think is what it is. We then have the Page of Wands, the Pink Burn Cup. And I feel like there's a little lizard in there as well. We then have the Emperor with the Fly Agaric. And that's that classic, like Fantasia looking mushroom that is red with little tiny white spots on it. Super cute. I'm feeling so like dreamy, like there's such a like astral energy going on. You might be having really important dreams at the moment. Amazing. Okay, so we have the Death card being clarified by the Justice card. This seems very important and significant considering that we have dividing the masses and final offerings. So whatever is happening in your life, it's going to be different for each of you, but whatever's happening in your life, it is pushing you to a new path and potentially a new group. Yeah, there's something about divisiveness, and it feels like for a lot of you it's intentional divisiveness. That's hard to say. It's like there's somebody intentionally either saying things that aren't true, spreading lies, spreading gossip, bringing up topics or subject matters intentionally to divide a group. And then there's also this energy of like someone very uncomfortable with the group that they're part of. And so if you're seeing here we have the Justice card clarifying the Death card, then particularly connected to Scorpio energy at this time of the year, it's very clear that there is a death and rebirth taking place. And Spirit is saying it's so important that you do not fight this death and rebirth, but understand that every decision that you make, every single decision that you make at this crucial time is going to either further drive a wedge into whatever this group, this mountain, now I'm seeing it as an egg again. And of course, when an egg cracks, it's gonna spill out. Yeah, so the content of the egg is going to spill out everywhere. Unless, of course, you have waited the appropriate amount of time and then a new life is going to emerge from the egg. And if we look at the Justice card, Justice is Libra energy, and Justice is about due justice is what I'm hearing. Due justice. So what is required? What is required to balance this? What is required? That's strange. What is required? Hello, darling. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you on this wild ride, right? On this ever-changing, ever-evolving, wild ride that is pushing you to become more of yourself, that is pushing me to becoming more of myself, that is pushing all of us to become more of our true selves, Whoa, that's big energy. But I mean, what you expect with Scorpio and Justice combined. Whew. Hey, okay, gorgeous. I love that. Then we have the Five of Cups being clarified by, what do we got? Give us clear and divine guidance. That'll be most beneficial for everyone involved. That's some fun energy. Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Do you know what is being offered to you? Do you find the, I almost said enchantment, the exciting opportunity of developing yourself further, of diving into the scorpionic level of shadow work that will come from this division, from this divide. Now, for some of you, this is going to be making you think about like big stuff, like big worldly stuff, like, you know, like world, like, what do you call it? What do you call it again? Politics, is that it? Because we all know there is like some very major stuff going on there. I just want to keep this because yeah, I just feel like that's important because there is a ceremonial aspect of what we're doing here together today, which is evident in the energy of a mass, right? Of a mass. So when I say that, I see like a big crowd of people. This could be talking about protests. This could be talking about huge celebrations. This, of course, could be talking about the end of the year coming, whatever, happy holidays, however you celebrate, whoever you are. And then I also see mass like, you know, Sunday mass or like Christmas mass. Is that what they do? Christmas mass, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Oh, so many big like waves of energy coming through. Hopefully we can anchor it. And as we anchor and steady the ship, then we want to get out our maps, we want to get out our telescopes, and we want to work out which direction to go. That's going to be individual for each of you, but then there is this energy of the egg, right? Of the mountain. I keep saying it's an egg, and then it becomes a mountain, and then it becomes an egg, and then it becomes a mountain. So that's going to mean something different for all of you. And then when I see this divide, this division happening, like all of the contents of the egg just spilling out, right? Maybe you it's going to be different for all of you. And there's something about you not seeing the benefits, like the incredible, I just heard joyous benefits of this division. Because when a division happens, when something splits in half, when something happens within a group, no matter what group dynamic it is, even if we're talking about a whole country, right? Like a certain big country, a few big countries that are making big decisions at this time, that changes a people, that changes a place, that changes a future of what's going to happen. Hold up, I just need one moment. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. Sorry, just 1 second. I won't be a moment. Okay. It doesn't matter. I can't find one for now. So what can I do? Hold up. Hey. Everybody say hold up. Maybe I can just do this with my incredibly thick hair. So thick. Thick hair. Oi! I have like 100, maybe not 100. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but I have so many hair ties. I just can't find them in this moment of time. Try and stay in the moment as much as you can, especially if things get heated in this group dynamic, this group situation that you find yourself in, and try and seek out what is going to grow after the storm passes, what is going to take place and open up, what new parts of yourself are you going to discover, what new expressions are you going to find in your creativity, what new people, places, things are you going to discover. I don't use that word that much, so that's interesting that maybe that's a word that you use a lot. What are you going to discover after, I just heard the chaos ends, after the chaos passes, after this division, right? So this division. And normally I would say that this could also be like a division within you, like an internal division that's going on, but it's not that. This reading is very specifically talking about dividing the masses, and for some of you, you are dividing a spiritual group, yeah, or some kind of collective, some kind of organization. And don't stay somewhere that you know is not good for your soul. Don't stay in a group or connected to a person, place, or energy that you know is not opening up new opportunities for you to discover new parts of yourself, is what I want to say. Okay, no crying over spilt milk. Clarification for the Five of Cups, please. Please give us clear and divine guidance. These particular cards I don't use that much because they're super slippery. Like they're so slipping all over the place. Which of course is like extra challenging with my beautiful, unique hand, right? Can you name another 9-fingered tarot reader? If so, I'd love to meet them. What have we got? 6 of Wands. I feel like there are ants. There are ants in this particular representation of the 6 of Wands. For those of you who have the ability to see the screen, I'm holding the card up for you to look at now in case it has some kind of activation. I just heard Star Family, Star Seed, Star Oracle, Starlight. Yeah, so this is connected. This particular clarification of the 5 of Cups is connected to your starlight, what shines within you, and potentially your connections to the galactic. The mushroom itself is like a red color, and is almost like a trumpet shape, like curving out like that. That's interesting. I didn't notice the Justice card. The mushroom on the Justice card is called the Old Man of the Woods. And that is clarifying the Death card. Whee! Please give us clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone. I know it's a stressful time right now. Please take care of yourself. Okay. I don't know who you are. I don't know who I'm talking to right now because these videos are for the collective. but I just feel very drawn to say, please, please take care of yourself and know that the division that is happening, the multiple divisions that are happening to divide the masses and dividing groups and dividing collectives, even families, that should not be together for the next leg of the journey, is what I'm hearing. And this is going, they keep wanting me to say, this is going to help you discover new parts of yourself, new ways that you can be. Clarification for the Page of Wands. The page is not a knight, and the knight is not a king, but a page is full of, I almost want to say gusto. It's so funny, I hardly ever use, there's definitely an Italian energy here, like I'm feeling big Italian energy, like not necessarily a big Italian, like a lot of Italian energy is what I should say. That's really interesting. I'm also a medium. I don't know if you know that. If it is your first time on my channel, thank you for being here. Welcome on in. If you're returning, thank you so much for being here. Welcome. Page of Wands. Pink Burn Cup. Please give us clarification that will help us understand this message and this division, and what are the final offerings. So someone or something is being offered for the final time, is what I'm hearing. Please give me clear and divine guidance being most beneficial for everyone involved. And it's like I'm seeing someone on the precipice of change. I'm seeing somebody on the like at the starting line of a race, and then like in a flash, in a flicker, they're at the end of the race, right? What is a race? Like a marathon maybe, but there's also, I'm also seeing the image, that full card image from, what's that tarot deck? I can't remember it right now, but it's like this woman like dancing and like it's a full card representation, so coming to the edge of what could be a cliff or could just be a small step. And Spirit wants you to know that they are there to catch you. And that even if it is scary breaking away from the group, the mass, the mountain, even if it is distressing when the egg that you've been protecting for so long cracks and splits and spills open, there is something that will come from that you're just going to appreciate so much, is what I'm hearing. Now I'm hearing Florence and the Machines. The dark days are over. Dark days. Oh, that helicopter's back again. Do you need a cup of tea? Some coffee? Cookie? Cookie? Someone's name might be Cookie. Someone's nickname might be Cookie. Someone might be a cook, might be a chef. Maybe you're a really good cook. Maybe you're eating right now. Maybe you're eating eggs right now. Please give us clear and divine guidance that'll be most beneficial for everyone involved. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. Like, don't be scared, and don't get stuck in like limbo land. Don't get like caught in the in-between of trying to decide. Like, basically the energy is this division is happening whether you want it to or not, and God, Bayami, Prime Source Creator, whatever you call the powerful energies above, and if you do not believe in that and you you just believe in energy, that you know there's a big energy up there, right? They want you to know that like this is for the best, and this is for the best of everyone. And there are some people that are never going to see each other again. There are some people that are never going to be in contact again, but what you have experienced and learnt and shared is going to scatter across the land like tiny seeds in the wind, like little letters and care packages sent out across the land is what I'm hearing. And you're going to take the wisdom and the knowledge and the skills and everything that you've experienced in this mass. And of course there are other connections with the word mass. So that's, I've just realized that. Please be safe. If you go into a environment and you have a strange feeling, or you get any flashes or like premonitions connected to anything like connected to danger or violence, then just like do not go there. Do not step into that doorway. Do not walk up those stairs. Do not open that pathway. Do not attend that gathering. Go to that party. Go to that festival. Whatever it is, if you have some kind of vision connected to, like, just, I'm just saying this because the word mass, okay, right? I'm not going to describe that anymore. Thank you, Spirit. Page of Wands. This Page of Wands, fire sign energy. And pink is significant here somewhere. Oh, wow. The Ten of Cups, the portobello mushroom. And this one's super cute. If you have the ability to see the screen, I'm holding it up right now in case there's any activations in the artwork for you. And you may enjoy or know portobello mushrooms. This one is the Ten of Cups, which of course is the most love you can have. It is a overflowing abundance of love. And there's a rainbow on top of it. At the top of the card, you can see there's a rainbow. What else is there? It's almost like, what is that? It's like little, like flickers of light. Is that what that is? It's so interesting, but it also looks like pearls a little bit. So pearls could be significant for somebody here. So that's clarifying, clearing the throat chakra. That is clarifying the Page of Wands. And then in my mind's eye, I just saw those things that a dandelion that you make a wish on. Maybe it's somebody's birthday, maybe you're about to have a birthday, maybe you just had a birthday and you made a wish on the candles, on the cake. Maybe you're seeing dandelions where you are. Maybe you've recently made a wish. One of those things and you like, and then which is so funny because didn't I just say a second ago about everything you've experienced in this mass, in this group, in this egg, or this mountain? That makes me think of Mount Shasta. Yeah. And the legends, the dreaming stories, which is like the indigenous word of my people's, talking about mythology or folklore of the Lemurians retreating into Mount Shasta. Maybe some of you are being called there. Maybe you're going to travel there this year, I just heard, or maybe this month. For some of you, it won't be for another 3 years, 3 to 4 years. Confirmation. Yeah, so when this division happens, when this split happens, it will feel like chaos. And for some of you, this has already happened because time is not linear. Time, particularly in tarot, is elusive and flexible and ever-changing and multi-dimensional. But I'm definitely seeing like a number of you going there. You may have connections to Lemuria, or Lemuria, as I've been. Um, there's something else coming through. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial. Now I'm seeing a mosaic. Some of you might be working on a mosaic. Mosaic also to me, that's funny because of this Italian energy that I'm feeling as well. And then I just saw Tony from The Sopranos. Such a good TV series. Oh my word. So well made. Like the lighting, the framing, the casting, like that's one of the most like perfectly cast TV series I think that I've ever seen. I don't know if you like The Sopranos, maybe somebody who likes The Sopranos. Yeah, the mosaic is like a bunch of like you know, traditionally that you can smash plates, and I believe that is also connected to a number of oh, my good witch's nose is going off, ding ding. So yeah, maybe there's something about like the breaking or this or the smashing of something ceramic, and this could actually be connected to like an archaeological dig or an archaeological find. This could also be connected to something in your attic. Some of you have something in your attic that you need to like get out of the attic because something about the temperature fluctuating in the attic. I think that's a spirit coming through wanting to speak about that, as I'm a medium, a psychic medium. Yep. Okay, so the masculine energy coming through that's quite upset about something that is in somebody's attic. If it's not in an attic, it's in a storeroom, or it's in a basement or something like that. There's this sense of like that the masculine being like that thing should be on show, that thing should be, and then I keep seeing like an archaeological dig that's like this very deep. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Okay, then I just heard catacombs. Catacombs, which is interesting because we have the death card. Catacombs. Catacombs are these cavernous spaces underneath often cities that are places of burial. Yeah, so interesting because that brings a whole nother layer and a whole nother frequency and a whole nother depth of meaning to the idea of final offerings. So for some of you, this is definitely connected to honoring your ancestors, honoring those who are no longer with us. Wow. Clearing the throat chakra. Okay, somebody definitely doesn't want this message to get out. And now I'm feeling multiple spirits wanting to talk. Clarification for the Emperor, for the Aries card, please. With these gorgeous red and white mushrooms. So cute. So like that classic, like, oh, that's like the mushroom that the caterpillar sits on, right? In Alice in Wonderland. Is that right? And what does the caterpillar say? The caterpillar says, "Who are you? Who are you?" For some of you, it'll be beneficial to watch or rewatch Alice in Wonderland. And there's actually a whole bunch of theories connected to that. Feeling such interruptions to the throat chakra. Yeah, there is there's an element of sadness going on. Like I just heard heartbreak, which may be connected to this division, this splitting. So maybe for some of you there are fights or some kind of, I just heard dissidence, which makes me think of like a coup or something happening within a group. This could actually be about a country. But I don't think that I should pull cards on that right now. We're just anchoring our energy in. We're just grounding. We're just taking a moment to allow the spirits that want to talk to us settle, calm themselves, right? And I'm seeing a lake, something about a lake or a lake house. Beautiful. Okay, this feels a little bit better. Clarification for the Emperor. And there's something about Alice in Wonderland coming through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Alice in Wonderland. Hey. Maybe your name is Alice or you know somebody named Alice. Maybe someone named Alice is connected to this group that is having a division. And maybe because I did get that little twinge of like heartache come through before, maybe there is a division about a breakup or a divorce or some kind of splitting of assets, or that's also a division. That's also like dividing something. And I hate the fact that also, like, I'm also hearing divide and conquer. Maybe if that's happening to you, if you feel like somebody is trying to divide and conquer you or the group that you're part of, then maybe look into the psychology behind that and the way that has been used throughout time. Okay, it's an old trick. That is an absolute old colonial play from the colonial playbook. Oh, look at that, Temperance has come out. For those of you who have the ability to see the screen, I'm holding it up now in case there's any activations within the artwork for you. This is the card of Sagittarius. You may be a Sagittarius or be connected to a Sagittarius. I said Saggy. The Emperor. So we have Aries. So we have Sagittarius and Aries. I'll just show you how they're connected like that. Yeah. Sagittarius and Aries. So Sagittarius, a Sagittarian who is in balance, is somebody that is very conscious of the world, that is awoken, somebody that is the traveler of the zodiac, and somebody who can feel the tides, if you will, the collective tides. And they're usually like somebody who's a conscious, awoken Sagittarius, who's in balance, is also somebody who thinks a lot. And then we have Aries, which is traditionally very fiery. It's funny, I think I did say something about Mars energy, because there is actually Mars energy going on in the planet right now. And just be aware of pray to your spirit guides, pray to your team, pray to whoever you pray to, and do shadow work and practice training and tuning your ear and your heart and your entire being into, is somebody saying something to be divisive? Is somebody saying something or doing something or taking an action to create problems between you and another person, another place, another energy, or even another timeline, another potential pathway for you? Whoa, this is big energy. Eek. Okay. To love somebody the way I love. Okay, so now we have the Empress. The Empress has come out. This was going to be the last card that I was going to pull for this reading. Ooh, we're getting up there, almost an hour. And of course, the Empress has come out, who is the counterpart, the counterbalance to the Emperor. The Empress is associated with the energy of Virgo. And the Emperor is associated with the energy of Aries. The Empress can also be connected to the energy of Scorpio, which was the first card that came out, the Death card, the card of death and rebirth. As all things that are born come from darkness. For the womb is the place of creation. It's like planting a seed under the earth. It is in darkness until it is ready to grow. So there's something about divine timing. And this final offering may be like the surfacing of whatever has been underneath in the darkness. And that, of course, as we do have a lot of Scorpio energy here, there is also the potential of people acting from a place of darkness. And of course, in the dark is also where we do shadow work. Yeah. So there's a very big need and a calling for shadow work. And I'm hearing that when this division really hits home, when the mountain is fully split, when the egg has fully cracked open and all of its contents has spilled out, or a new life has come out from that egg, there is going to be I just heard shockwave. There's going to be a shockwave that you feel internally. And I feel like this message, the whole reason that I was pulled off the couch by the divine to pull these cards for you right now, is for you to know that even if it doesn't seem like it, it's going to be for the best. But they also want you to understand, if this is connected to a partnership, whether that's business, romantic, or plutonic, as is represented here by these counterparts coming out, right? The Emperor and the Empress. And we also remember the Empress is connected to the garden. So it's also about God, I'm seeing so many images. Wow, why does it happen like that? Like the floodgates just open. Bye. Okay, just clearing that. Let's just clear that energy. Whoa, big waves of energy. I understand that there is a potential of a closing of a situation, of a closing of a chapter, which also makes total sense connected to this time of year as we come to the end of the year. I don't know if you can hear me, so I don't know if I'm straining my voice or not. There's a bird just cooing out there. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Yeah, that if this is connected to a partnership, that there needs to be decisions made and there is a final offering being made. If this is connected to a ceremony, you need to think about the offering you're going to take, whether that's flowers, fruits, artwork, a written note to an ancestor, joss paper. Some places of worship, you take like a coin and you put a coin into a well. And now I'm seeing like a prayer, what are they called? A prayer wheel. And as it goes around, it makes a sound. Some places have like a bell you can ring. So think about what the offering is going to be. And the finality of it also makes me think that some of you, this is about a ancestor wanting to talk to you. Yeah? I just heard Paul. I don't know what that might be the name of one of your ancestors. Okay, come on then. I said Shakti. So some of you may be connected to India or Asia. Paul is coming through again, or Pauline, Pauletta. I said Harlem. Harlem means something to someone here. And the sands of time, yet again. That message just keeps on coming through. We all make our choices. And there's time to make some big decisions when this division finally reaches its full impact. This division. And just also be aware not to be pulled in or drawn into something that is intentionally divisive, that is intentionally causing arguments, disruption, stress, anxiety. There might be somebody who's intentionally doing that to you, who's intentionally playing in that space. Beautiful. And I just saw a fruit shop in my mind's eye. I'm just going to light another candle. I light this candle to protect you, me, and our families. Because that is just dropping right out. Okay. Let's work with that for a bit and let that wax settle. It's like that energy of like, I don't want to say the calm before the storm, because for a lot of you, this split has already happened. And if you are in a earthquake prone area of the world, like I don't want to stress anyone out, I don't want to make anybody paranoid, but that I do keep seeing a mountain splitting, okay? And then I just heard karmic justice. And then I heard karmic spoils. What the hell does that mean? For some of you, maybe you know an emperor and an empress that have like a karmic bond that needs to be divided. Maybe you are one of these figures. Maybe this is a parental figure or two parental figures. Maybe this is a sibling. Maybe this is I just keep seeing like a church group, and I feel like I just wasn't prepared to be delivering that message. And temperance, this temperance card has a red bird on it. A red bird and these cute little yellow flowers that look like popcorn. Popcorn. Movies might be significant. Actually, it's funny because I have been thinking about making a video talking about how I channel with movies. But then I did get some advice from another reader to not share too much at this time. And I think, like, looking back on that, that is definitely because of the divisiveness. So people can be taking your words and twisting them in order to create arguments, in order to create a division. There's something about a division. And then I just saw the Berlin Wall. Whoa. And now I'm seeing a hurricane, and now I'm seeing a volcano. So, like, yeah, wow. And maybe that's also because I'm working with these mushroom cards. Clearing the throat chakra, and mushrooms have this incredible, like, interweb underneath the earth. Like this amazing network that they actually communicate through, and they actually can send like nutrients to each other. I just heard nature nurture. Let me see. Just to come a little bit closer. Whew. Okay, we just hit the 1 hour mark. Some of you might be having back pain. Ooh. Or neck pain. And a lot of people talk about that as being like your angel wings, right? A lot of earth angel energy. I just heard accomplices. And then I heard the division of the angels. So some of you may be having two different inputs, communications from different angelic realms, different angelic frequencies. And maybe that is part of what's dividing the masses, particularly if you're in a position of leading or guiding, giving spiritual advice. So there's so much church energy going on. I'm so not used to this. Like, I don't mean that in any disrespectful way. Maybe some of you grew up in a church. And maybe you have some trauma or something. Like, maybe that's why I'm got this slightly uncomfortable, you know, because I respect all religions. I respect all spirituality. Obviously, when it's done safely and respectfully and humanely, and with respect to the environment, As long, like, if it's not harming other people, right? If it's not harming, causing harm, or taking advantage. So that I have this uneasy feeling that's not my own, because I'm a channel, so I'm channeling for you and with you. And obviously, like, also with tarot readers, we get given jobs that, or get given messages that we can relate, that we're like highly qualified to relate. So some of the messages I can resonate with, or I can talk about with examples from my own lived experience. But there's this uneasy, like somebody has had a really intense experience in a church, and my iPad just flicked, like just the light, the light just came on and off by itself. Okay. I just heard David. I just heard Johnson. I just heard Kiara. Carmel. I just heard Patterson. I'm not a poet.